All right, everyone. This is our presentation on our FatApp, feeling absolutely terrible weight tracker. So when you first get into our app, it's going to take you to a login page, and our login page interfaces with Amazon, well, not Firebase, Google Firebase, which will authenticate the user and create the users and save that data. So first, making a new user, hitting that button will take you to this activity. So for this, I'm just going to create a user test at test.com. And just add some numbers. So I do have different error checking in here that checks to make sure that there is something in the input box for the email and for the passwords, making sure the passwords are the same. Once all of those are met, it'll interface with Firebase and create that user. And also, before I log in, we made this forgot password. So when you enter your email right here, it will take you, it'll take that information, send it to Firebase, and send an email to that user and that email that's tied to it. And it will populate this email, which will allow you to change your password. And it is for the fat weight tracker for that email that you have. And it is also from the fat weight tracker team. Now, in actually getting into the app, have the different error checking to make sure that everything is filled out, sign in, and it will take you here, which will then display your user in this box as well.
So from this is our home screen. From here, we go onto our settings. Inside the settings, just really quick for you guys, you can give the feet and the inches and the weight of the user, and then you can calculate the BMI. So for our purposes, we're going to do feet of 5, so 5 foot, 4 inches, and 135 pounds. When you hit calculate BMI, in that little box, you'll see your BMI is 23.0. From there, you can click on the little spinner, find which section you're in, and it simply just displays whether you're in a normal BMI range or not.
Okay, below that, you can see that there is a label where you see that you haven't added any goal yet. This is to add just a reminder, like what you want to weight. If you want to change it, you can click there and you input any weight goal that you have. And if you save it, it will take you back to the home. But if you go to settings, you can check that it's been changed. You can change it as many times as you want. So if you go to the home page, we will start by adding any weight input that you want. It will automatically take the date that it's been input. Maybe Lucy wants to tell us some about this feature because she was going to do it originally, but she had some troubles, lots.
Yeah, so as Florencia said, originally this little screen here was my jurisdiction, shall we say. I put a lot of work into actually creating a whole handmade keyboard that could it went with a theme where the buttons were all cute and purple, and it could add the weight in, it could change whatever you need to, delete, save, all that. But we discovered about week 8 or 9 that while it could accept user input, sending that user input back to the home screen was virtually impossible. If not impossible, it was at least extremely hard to do. So Florencia found out that Android Studios actually comes with this nice, beautiful little numbered keyboard, and we decided that it would be a lot more efficient to use that from then on.
Yes, and since I had already did a mock-up function to save the inputs to check if the list was displaying well, I just finished the feature, but Lucy put a lot of work on that. So if you want, you can save 1 or 2 weights, please. Then you can go to settings and we can check cases function feature.
Here you can see that there's a toggle weight button there. This button will toggle the weight type of your weights in your weight list at the home screen. As you can see now, it's gone from being pounds to kilograms. And if you go back and press the button again, it'll go and do kilograms to pounds once again.
Hi, my name is James Park, and I was in charge of implementing the Firestore, which is kind of like the upgraded version of the real-time Firebase, real-time database. So what we're going to do is we're going to store information into Firestore. So we're going to log in with this default template email and password. And when we do that, it's going to authenticate. And if the authentication is successful, then it will create a collection and a document with the user email with the user information. Now what we're going to do is we're going to add weights, let's say 50, and it will update in real time so that now the list of input, the first index has the item with the weight 50. If we add another one, let's say 100, it will add on to the list. So now we have index 1 is 50 and it's going to push it back. And then we're going to have index of 0, which is 100. We could also change some things such as adding weight goal. Let's say you want to be 500 pounds. It will update real time to set the weight goal variable into 500. And since this is stored in the cloud storage, even if we were to restart the app and log in, it will authenticate and it will check to see if there's a document with the user that matches user email, and it will pull the information. So as you can see, the items that we added and the weight goal is still there when we relog. And so that's how Firestore works.
Awesome, thanks. Okay, so real quick, we just want to run through some of the goals that we had, some of the required ones and the stretch ones. So to start out really quick for you, the user's login was a required goal that we set for ourselves, and Dylan did a great job with that whole thing. It works fantastically. Another required goal was to add a weight register, which was what I started with. Florencia ended up finishing. There's a little tag team there going on. It ended up pretty great. Another required goal was the add a weight goal. And again, Florencia did beautifully with that one. To store the user's data online in the cloud storage is what you saw James do just there, which was really awesome. And then another required goal was to let the user choose the unit measurement, which is what Casey spent a lot of time on, and it works fantastically. So the last required goal that we had for ourselves was to list all the weight inputs made by the user, which Florencia did a wonderful job of getting them out to the home screen. And then some of the stretch goals that we were able to accomplish. One of them was to add that cute little navigation bar that you can see at the bottom there. Florencia did a great job putting in super clean, clear icons that make it very easy to navigate your way through the application. James was able to help us complete a stretch goal in switching users. So you can log out and log back in and see all the saved goals to each person. We were also able to accept a user's height and weight and calculate the BMI, which was another stretch goal of ours. Some additional ones that we did not write down, but we ended up finding out we could do was to have an email sent to the user for a forgot password. So we created that fun little stretch goal for ourselves. We have a graph screen that can come up, but no graph actually comes up with it. We just kind of ran out of time there. So other than that, the rest of everything else was just a fun activity that we decided to do. Thank y'all so much.
Also, since all the information is stored online, now you can also switch users. So with one app, you can have the information of as many users as you want. So thanks for watching this video. I hope you like it, and see you next class.